Okay, welcome to Like a Plus TV. Today we actually be looking at the story of the guy you see there, Jeremiah Paul, and the teenager there, Damilola Oluwoyo, whose story is very touching and mind wrenching. Um, to begin with, the guy you see there, he's 20 years, Jeremiah Paul, and he happens to be a student in a Nigerian university. And guess what? The guy there, Jeremiah Paul, killed the girl, Damilola, for money ritual purposes. Yes. And for us to be able to understand clearly how heartbreaking and how impossible all this sounds, this young man happens to be a student who should be learning in school, but then due to the get rich quick syndrome that is prevalent in Nigeria, in most societies of Nigeria today, this guy wanted to get rich even while he was still studying. You know, some people will say that this is one of the things that comes with internet scam, fraudsters and all that, yahoo, trying to plus the game, trying to, make their clients pay through crook or means. And most of them now, they try to use spiritual means, try to use voodoo to make their white clients pay. The popular parlance used to illustrate this or talk about this is what they call soap, to make soap, to do soap for them. Usually they get this done by witch doctors, babalawus. Well, the whole story started with Paul, Jeremiah Paul, along with three of his other friends, seeing an Ifa worshipper, an Ifa priest on TikTok. And this particular TikToker, who happens to be an Ifa priest, advertised his capacity to make anybody rich, money ritual stuff. And then this guy chanced upon it and he made it known to his friends, and then they decided that yes, this is a very big opportunity for them to get rich, out of nowhere. They collected the contact of the Babalawo from TikTok. They chatted him up. He gave them his contact, his WhatsApp number, and they chatted. And then they met with him. And then the man gave them items that are required for the money ritual. Okay, what is the item? They need a human life. Yes. And part of the things that are needed: human mouth, the lungs, the breast, and also the vagina and the buttocks. And then these guys, on hearing this, they were like, okay, anything for the bar, anything for the money. And then Jeremiah now met with Damilola. He toasted Damilola. He asked Damilola out. Damilola unsuspectingly said yes to the toast, to the wooing, unknown to her that she was walking into a big trap. Now, after a few days of saying yes to Jeremiah Paul now invited this lady to his house and decided to entertain Damilola with Sprite. But then, secretly, he has gone to put codeine inside that Sprite. Codeine has the capacity to make somebody feel weak and sleepy. And especially for those people who have not tasted it before, the rate of reaction in such body will be very, very high. And then he served Damilola Sprite laced with codeine. Damilala drank it. So as for him to prove his innocence that, oh, I'm giving you something that is safe to drink, he also drank out of it so that Damilola will not, entertain any form of fear or doubt. Him don't take for the game now. He dey drink and normal. Or guys like this, in fact, they can drink raw, unadulterated codeine, and nothing will happen to them. So they are baba for the game. And then after some minutes of Damilola drinking that particular Sprite mixed with codeine, she started to feel weak. She started to feel sleepy. And that was when Paul knew that this is the time to strike. This is the opportunity he has been waiting for. Immediately, he took Damilola to the nearest uncompleted building. And guess what? He strangled Damilola to death. Strangulation. Death by strangulation. He suffocated the poor girl you see there. And the girl gave up the ghost. Before doing that, so that, when a human life wants to leave the body, there will be some kind of involuntary struggles, so that there will be no struggle that can disrupt the process of taking Damilola's life. He removed Damilola's clothes, tied her hands with her clothes, tied her legs with her clothes, and then entered into the business of strangulation and strangled the poor girl. 19-year-old, 100 level students of microbiology. He strangled the poor girl. And after strangling the girl, he now went down to the real business of organ harvesting. He cut the mouth, he cut the breast, he cut the buttocks, and all the places that the Babalawo said they will be needing for the ritual. He cut these things and made them ready to be transported to the Babalawo who resides in Ibadan. Now the Babalawo, on getting these things, decided and made soap, prepared soap, ritual soap for Jeremiah Paul, with the full intention and expectation that they are going to get rich like magic out of nowhere. Now, it may appear as if the story ended there, or that's all about the story. No. This guy even gets mind so sinister, so wicked, that before killing the girl, he contacted the parents of Damilola, telling the parents that he was having their daughter in his custody. He was holding Damilola hostage, and that if they do not pay some millions of naira, he will not release Damilola. They will not see their daughter again. And parents now, love for children, from all indications, the parents of Damilola, they are struggling. They are not well to do, so they started to run up and down for money, and they managed to raise 400,000 naira. After raising the money, they sent the money straight to the boy and then begged him, say, please, this is what we have, this is the little we have, please, kindly release our daughter. He collected the money. From the confession, we were able to deduce that with the money, the 400,000 naira, they were able to use it to buy phones, buy food, clothes, and some other things to look like big boys. And after collecting the money, instead of letting the poor girl go, they now went to the next stage of the business, which was killing the wonderful, beautiful girl. You see there, Damilola, 19 years old, life cut short. You see how desperate the youth of today are. You see how desperate. Most of these guys that say they are going to school. When they say they are going to school, they are not going to school to learn. They are going there. Somebody goes to school having nothing and returns, graduates a millionaire. And most of the time, the society celebrates these things. I think the whole thing now is beginning to fall on our face, land on our faces now, where people glorify wealth, not minding the way it is gotten. Now, Damilola now is somebody now they are saying RIP to. Why the guy you see here now is still in the land of the living, though the police they are taking up the matter. Now, this is a very big opportunity to give a clarion call to parents before you allow your child to go to universities for higher learning, any institution of higher learning. Please give them good, proper orientation. And for you girls, it is not all that glitters that is good. You see any guy that comes to you, ask you out, especially when you look at him, he's wearing designers and all that, you fall for him and you believe that your life can get good from having relationship with him. Are you aware that you may be walking into your early grave? There is a Yoruba proverb, I think from Olarotimi, the gods are not to blame. He says the hyena flirts with the hen. The hen is happy, not knowing that her death has come. I think that succinctly applies to what happened to Damilola. So, young girls, ladies, be very, very careful. This kind of stories, they are rampant in Africa, more especially in Nigeria, where the youths are going crazy with this Yahoo stuff and all that, and get rich quick mentality. And for the young one, the youths, guys, take it jeje. I believe any wealth that is gotten through ill means definitely won't last. But then I won't be giving you that orientation because I believe that Nemesis is not far from catching up with people like Jeremiah Paul. Well, what do you think about stuff like this? What are the advice you can give to our ladies, our girls? What do you think? What do you think should be done to Jeremiah Paul? Though the police is handling this, but then I believe your opinion and candid suggestions and advice to on this matter really means a lot. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe to Like Plus TV. We will be following up the matter, and we will give you up-to-date feedback as to what is happening to this accused. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you. Do have a lovely week.